What's up YouTube? This is Groudon Empire and I am here today for you guys a special Wi-Fi battle, which is not your standard rating battle spot battle. This is a Smogon 6v6 UU battle, and more importantly, this is versus the one, the only, TheKingNAPPY. If you guys don't know who TheKingNAPPY is, I'll just tell you right now, he is arguably the best entertaining PokeTuber in terms of LPs and free throws, etc. that you will find on the interwebs, on the YouTubes, alright? And I always spend my free time watching this guy, and to have the opportunity to finally battle him in a Wi-Fi battle is absolutely mind-blowing, absolutely humbling, and yeah, so I have a special battle for you guys versus TheKingNAPPY. And if you are hyped, please remember to smash the hell out of that like button, because only you guys, you viewers that enjoy this content, can help this channel to keep on living through your support. And yeah, his Twitter and his YouTube links will be in the description, even though I'm pretty sure most of y'all people don't really need it, but hey, it's gonna be there for courtesy, you know, for courtesy. And we're just gonna get this battle started. I'm really nervous. I don't know if you guys know this. I'll just let you guys know. I'm actually doing a post narration of the actual battle that I recorded because my mic was off. But it's fine, because all that's necessary is for me to give you guys the battle and commentate over it. And you know, when you're really excited, you tend to have a bit crazy commentary. So I guess my commentary will be a bit more relaxed, but at the same time, I am super excited just to have an opportunity to see Nappy on my screen, that I'm actually commentating a battle versus Nappy. Now, forget about all that. I got my opponent's team down. I wrote that down. I got it. You saw me do that. So let's just look at my opponent's team. I'm gonna start off with my Mega Beedrill. You guys can see my team on the bottom screen. It's a UU team that's, if you guys saw my UU battle I had before the Raikou shift and the Jirachi shift, you know, I basically changed the Salamence and Heliolisk for Jirachi and Raikou respectively. It's basically the same team. So I start off with Beedrill because I can Mega Evolve and I can scout for what my opponent will do. They might start off with the Arcanine. I can just protect and go out into Swampert. They might have the Haxorus. I can just, I don't know what I'll do if there's an Haxorus, but if there's a Nidoking might also start. It might be Life Orb or Scarf. That's going to be troublesome because I cannot OHKO with Drill Run. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If it's the other three Pokemon, I can just Mega Evolve U-Turn. And if it's Florges, I can just Poison Jab. So we'll see what happens. This battle is starting. Oh my goodness, I cannot contain myself. Whew, I cannot contain myself. Starts off with the powerful Nidoking. This is a very bad lead for me because U-Turn. I mean, if he's Life Orb, I can Drill Run. I mean, I can U-Turn, then later I can Drill Run. I'm just gonna start off by Mega Evolving and protecting because, again, as I told you guys, I don't know if he's Scarf and I don't know if he's Life Orb. If he is Scarf, he's gonna be locked into one move. All right, and if he is Life Orb, he's not. But at the same time, if he's not Life Orb, I'll be able to U-Turn. And if he's, I mean, I can't tell if he's Scarf or Life Orb, regardless, right? Because he survives a U-Turn, so he can stay in and go for a Flamethrower regardless of what item he is. And, you know, he can just go for Flamethrower regardless, and he's going to do big damage in any of my switch-ins, except for, like, Salamence. But, I mean, he might predict that, he might go for Ice Beam, and you know, it's, if he's Scarf, he can go for 2 Ice Beams. He's not gonna get KO'd by a one Drill Run. He's gonna outspeed me anyway. So this is troublesome. But I will protect. I'll see what he's gonna go for, and then I'm gonna react accordingly. And if my opponent switches out, and it looks like my opponent is, I don't know what my opponent's thinking. My opponent might think of switching out because they might think that Drill Run is an OHKO. When Drill Run is not an OHKO, Drill Run is actually like 95% or 80%. 95%. I know the calc because when I was testing this team, not this team, but another team that was similar to this team, I lost to a Nidoking because Drill Run didn't OHKO it. So I remember that stuff because I lost that game because Nidoking was just a monster. So he's gonna switch into the Porygon 2. It's not a bad, not a bad. I think on no, actually, yeah, it's his best switch in, I guess. Yeah, it's his best switch in. I might have knockoff though, so arguably it isn't. But hey, it's his best switch in. You know, he doesn't want to take the risk of me outspeeding, going for a U-turn, then later going for a drill run. So maybe he's not Scarf. Maybe he's Life Orb. I'm not completely sure. But right now I'm just going to go for a U-turn. I really have no reason to go for a Poison Jab. And I have no reason to do a Hard Switch either. What I want to do right now is I'm just going to check to see if well, this is a post-narration of a live recording, so I guess I'm not on target. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I go for the U-turn. Because again, I'm not going to hard switch, I don't need to. My opponent might go for the Ice Beam, predicting me to switch out into Gligar. They might go for Tri-Attack. They might go for Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave is arguably my opponent's best move right now because they can Thunder Wave the Beedrill, and then Beedrill becomes useless once it's Thunder Waved. So I'm afraid of that. Alternatively, I do have 2 ground types, and I also have my I have 2 ground types and I have an electric type, so I don't fear Thunder Wave. And if I go out into Machamp, right now I'm going to go into Machamp because I can take anything. I'm an Assault Vested Machamp. I can go for knockoff after coming in, close combat, whatever. And if he goes for Thunder Wave, I get my Guts boost. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm going to go out into Machamp, Assault Vested, Guts Machamp, and we will see what happens. Go through the Ice Beam, predicting a Gligar or a Swampert. Not a bad move at all whatsoever. Luckily for me, I don't get frozen. If I got frozen, that would have been a very sad time. But it's alright. So, at this point in time, I'm going to go for knockoff. And this is why I'm going to go for knockoff. As you can see on the bottom of the screen, I'm checking for my Gligar. I wanted to make sure my Gligar had Defog and Roost. Because I have 2 Gligars, alright? Had to make sure I had the right one that had Roost. And yeah, so what I'm going to go for right now, I'm going to go for knockoff. Why knockoff? I can knock off the Porygon 2, I'm going to be in great shape. I can knock off an item of any Pokemon on my opponent's team, and I will be in great shape. If I knock off the Vaporeon's leftovers, I'll be in great shape. The Florges leftovers, I'll be in great shape. The item on the Arcanine, I don't know, Choice Band, something like that, leftovers, Rocky Helmet, whatever, I'm going to be in okay shape. Now, it doesn't really matter too much, but it's fine because I get... If it's justified and I do knockoff on that, though, that is going to be troublesome. But I mean, overall, knocking off like a Focus Sash or a Lumberry on the Haxorus, knocking off the item on... What's that last? Nidoking, Choice Scarf. If it's not Choice Scarfed anymore, then, or I see its item, but at least if it's like, if it was Choice Scarf, I don't know if it's Choice Scarf, but if it is Choice Scarf, I knock its Choice Scarf off. And then I'm in a great position with Beedrill to just do whatever the heck I want, because I don't have to fear the Choice Scarf Nidoking anymore. So this turn I go for the knockoff. He switches out into Vaporeon, which is definitely my opponent's best switch in, unless my opponent had an Intimidate Arcanine. The fact he didn't bring Arcanine in leads me to believe he didn't have an intimidating Arcanine. So that's nice to know. Or maybe it's not Intimidate Arcanine. Maybe it is Intimidate Arcanine, but he felt that would be best to bring Vaporeon in because for I don't know, for whatever reason, right? Maybe he's going to predict me to switch out into Gligar based on him switching out into another defensive poke. And then that's why he thought Vaporeon would be the best because he can scald my Gligar. And that's why I didn't switch out into Gligar. I didn't have to. I had momentum anyway. So yeah, my opponent's going to go for Scald right now. If I get burned, I'm going to get Guts boosted. I can go for a close combat and we'll see what kind of damage this does. This is a +1. And this poor little cute little Vaporeon just got destroyed. Poor little cute little Vaporeon. It always hurts to see a cute little fishy Pokemon to go down. Fishy as in aquatic, come on now. And not fishy as in weird, strange, mysterious. Fishy as in cute little fishy Eon thingy, cat thingy. Just went down to a +1 close combat. That Skull helped me. It didn't help my opponent, but it helped me. And, you know, some people would like to say that I got hacks in my favor, when you know what, that's exactly what happened this turn. You know, the Scald burn didn't help my opponent, it helped me. It was actually worse for my opponent to get that burn coming through, right? Whereas if it was a not dynamic punch, no guard Machamp, which honestly speaking, if you have a Pokemon that can have access to the ability Guts and they're a physical attacker, I think you should seriously, like almost always have Guts on it. Because look, like I get burned, you don't have to care about getting burned, you can absorb Will-O-Wisp, you can just destroy everything. And it's like, how do you cripple a physical attacker that's slow and gets boosted from burn. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You get boosted from paralysis. You get boosted from burn. Like, that's crazy. You get boosted from everything. You get boosted from poison. It's like, yo, it's it's crazy. Now, right now, he can be Life Orb, which then I would fear Sludge Bomb, or Sludge Wave, Earth Power. Even though I'm Assault Vested, I don't know the calcs, and I'm not running calcs. Or he can be Choice Scarfed, and I don't know, he might go for an Ice Beam. Anyways, I'll just go out into my Gligar, and you know, my Gligar, like, I do have a Choice Scarf Hidden Power Ice Heliolisk for the Haxorus. I also have Swampert for Haxorus. So, and I have Salamence. Well, I mean, Salamence isn't really that most helpful because it's not Scarf, but I mean, I have ways of dealing with Haxorus. So I can afford to switch out into Gligar, because if Gligar goes down to an Ice Beam, a predicted Ice, like if my opponent predicts a switch and goes for an Ice Beam, that's fine. And the reason it's fine is because at least I'll be able to bring in something like, I don't know, Beedrill and go for like, I mean, I don't know. See, I can judge if it's Life Orb or Choice Scarf based on the damage as well. I'm not going to die to Choice Scarf. To Life Orb, I'll be in red or I'll just get KO'd. So I will also get to see its item, which is going to be very, very nice. So what move is it going to go for? It's going to go for a Sludge Wave, which is resisted. So that's actually really nice for me. I should have actually went out into Swampert. But I don't know. I wanted Swampert for the Arcanine. That's why I didn't. But yeah, I should have actually went out to Swampert. But it's fine. Whatever the heck happened, it's fine. I was predicting my opponent to actually go for an Earth Power. But he went for the Sludge Wave. So, I mean, it's alright. That works too, I guess. Yeah, he probably would have, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess both moves, they have their own merit. But yeah, this turn, I just go for an Earthquake, because I know I can take an Ice Beam. Judging from that damage, it doesn't, I mean, actually, I'm not sure. I mean, it looks like he's Choice Scarfed, and I'm going to make the prediction, I'm just going to go for, like, an Earthquake right now. Because seriously, it looks like it is, it's Choice Scarfed, and it is Choice Scarfed, so it's going to switch out. That is actually fine. And the reason that's fine is because I get damage onto anything, so I don't care. I can Earthquake anything, do damage. He could have went out into his Porygon 2, which would be my opponent's best move in my opinion, but that didn't happen, and that's fine. I don't mind. This turn I do get a crit on the Earthquake, however, and that's unfortunate. That really, really is. Because this thing would have survived 2 Earthquakes and would have gotten, like, I don't know, 2 Dragon Dances off or something, so it's unfortunate, but you know what? We can't control crits. You know, we can't. It's unfortunate. You know, can't do anything about it, and it sucks. It sucks. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It sucks, but we just have to keep on playing through and see what happens. I can't get this. I can't get the fact that I got this crit right now. I can't get this bother me in my head and think that, hey, the Scald Burn on my Machamp helped me get through the Vaporeon, and this Earthquake crit let me get through this Haxorus comfortably. I can't think like that, because if I think like that, I'm gonna start making bad plays, feeling sorry for my opponent. And you know, it makes sense that you would feel sorry for your opponent, you know. But at the same time, you don't want to get that to overshadow your entire mind, and you just stop thinking about the battle overall, and you just don't think properly. That's not cool. Now, this turn I could have went for an Earthquake, and I would have OHKO'd if he decided to stay in with the Haxorus. I mean, not OHKO, but like 3-hit KO, right? So, if you think about it like that, then the crit didn't matter, but then my opponent would have had an option to switch out if he wanted to. So that's why the crit mattered. Plus, my opponent might have Outrage and Dragon Claw, because Haxorus doesn't really have the largest move pool in the world, so, you know, that's the thing. So, it's unfortunate what happened, but it happened. You have to play through it. I U-turn because it's in U-turn range, and if he wants to switch out for whatever reason, again, I can just U-turn and get switch initiative. Right now, my opponent gets switch initiative, but that is fine because I'll just see what my opponent wants to do. I have Protect. I can Scout. If it's a choice-locked, what's it called? What's that Pokemon called? Nidoking. If it's Choice Scarf, I can see what move it's locked into, and then I can react accordingly. If it's not choice locked into a move, again, whatever. I'll just go for a Drill Run. No, actually, if it's... I'm going to go for a Drill Run regardless because I don't... I'll see what my opponent goes for. If my opponent goes for Flamethrower, I am not risking... I am not going to risk anything. If my opponent goes for another move, it might be worth the risk. We'll see what happens. My opponent does go for the Ice Beam, so it's worth. I can stay in and risk whatever the heck I'm risking. I can go for a Drill Run, get it into Hidden Power Ice or Grass Knot range with the Heliolisk, and I'm in great shape. So that's what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if I outspeed or if I don't outspeed. You know, you can argue that it might be risky, Florges might survive, blah 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 blah. But it's alright, because I do have a Guts boosted Bullet Punch waiting to destroy that Florges. And oh my goodness. Again, I apologize. I apologize for that crit. I know Drill Run does not OHKO Nidoking. It does 95% max, unless you have like a hasty nature, which you should run naive. You shouldn't run hasty. But if you're gonna run mixed, but yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Again, crits, hacks. I mean, we don't have control over this. I'm not gonna go for a U-turn this turn because I predict my opponent to go for an extreme speed, because that's like the best move in the world. And 1 second, guys. Sorry guys, I had a little disturbance going on, but I'm back, and as you guys just saw, I predicted that extreme speed correctly. You know, if my Beedrill got extreme sped, I would have been destroyed. You know, I could have went for a U-turn, that would have been great, but I had to do the hard switch because he would have went for extreme speed and that would have destroyed my Beedrill, and then Florges would have been an issue. Now this turn I go for a Toxic, predicting my opponent to switch out, and if my opponent doesn't switch out, again, that thing cannot touch Swampert, so I don't really care. So I just go for a Toxic. It's my safest move, and it's great. I put this thing on a timer, and we have a good time. I'm going to go for Stealth Rock next turn, and then after that, I'm just going to go for Earthquakes. I'm going to keep on going for Earthquakes, set up Stealth Rock, so if he wants to switch in and out, he's going to get Stealth Rock damage, and I can just keep on Earthquaking at this point, and I'm going to sack the Swampert off, because I do not want this game to get stretched out longer than it has to, just because I want to preserve like a 6-0 or like a 5-0 or whatever. No. If I end up with a W, that's all that matters. There is no need to get a 6-0, like try to get a 6-0. Maybe I can, maybe I can't, I don't know. But there's no need to try to get a 6-0 when it makes the game go longer than it has to. There is no need for the game to go longer than it has to. At the end of the day, we just want to have a good time. We want to have a battle. We want to win the battle, yes. But we don't want to be... this is a PG channel, so I'm not going to say the word I want to say. But we don't want to be a pain in our rear ends to our opponents. We want to give them a nice, hard-fought game that they don't get super pissed off about because you just try to stall them for no reason. You know, if you have to stall to win, that's fine. That's understandable. But if you don't have to stall and you're just doing different, like switching in and out just because you want to preserve a 6-0, that is just being disrespectful in my opinion. You do not need to do that. 6-0, 1-0 doesn't matter. It really, really doesn't. At the end of the day, who ended up winning and why? Did you know, even if somebody else ends up winning, who ends up actually winning the battle and why? So yeah, as I told you guys, I kept on going for Earthquakes at this point until Swampert goes down. But yeah, back to the topic of making battles shorter than... like trying to make battles move as fast as they can rather than trying to preserve a 6-0. Don't try to preserve a 6-0 if it means you have to switch in and out and waste a million turns, because that's time. That's precious time from your life, from your opponent's life, and you do not want time to go to waste. You know, that's something you don't want to do, whether you're playing a game or something else. You want to enjoy yourself. You want a certain objective to be done. So in this battle, the objective, apologize for that, the objective is to win the battle. If you win the battle, great, win the battle. But if you can win in a shorter way versus winning it the longer way, why are you going to try to win it the longer way when either way you're most likely going to end up winning? Why are you going to try to win the longer way? So this goes to everyone out there: be respectful and courteous to yourself and to your opponents. Do not kill their time. If you're winning, that's nice, but don't try to preserve a 6-0. No, what you want to do is you just want the game to move as fast as possible. That way it's just better for all of us, all right? And yeah, I keep on going for earthquakes. Again, my Swampert can go down. I don't really care. Swampert goes down, I just go for poison jabs with Beedrill. If he switches out into Arcanine doesn't die to poison jab, that's fine. I don't care. I do have my Salamence and my Heliolisk to clean up, and I'm fine. You know, I'm fine. I'm fine in that regard. I also have. Do I have another Pokemon left with me? I think I have like a Gligar or something. Yeah. So I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just gonna keep doing whatever I'm doing. I have a Machamp. I have Banded Bullet Punch, and it's not banded. Well, I have +1 because of Guts and Burn, so I have Bullet Punch available to me to just wipe out this thing, and it's fine. It's fine. I don't have to worry about anything. So I'm not gonna worry about anything. I'm just going to keep on playing the game, as I told you guys. Just try to move it faster. Not gonna try to preserve a certain score. Not gonna try to be that guy that's just a pain in the crack for no reason whatsoever. You know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys really enjoyed this battle. I was super hyped for this battle. And, you know, it's unfortunate that the crits ended up happening. I did go for Poison Jab at this point in the battle. Because, you know, it's a Florges. And if he switches out into Arcanine, it's going to take big damage anyway. And I would probably preserve my Beedrill for that if he switched out into the Arcanine. Because I want to just make sure I play it safe. I don't want to throw the game away just because I want the game to move faster. I want to make sure I'm, you know, winning. But I don't want to do like unnecessary switching. So with the Swampert, for example, I can switch out into whatever I want to switch out, like I don't know, like a not Swampert, but like Heliolisk or something, right? But what's the point of that? There's no point, you know. I don't want to waste our time. So yeah, this turn I'm gonna go for Poison Jab. We're gonna see what the hell is about to happen. We are going to see what's going to happen, if he's going to go for an extreme speed. I don't know if he's banded. I don't know what he is. Maybe he's banded and he went for extreme speed. I don't know. I doubt it, but I mean, hey, you never know. Maybe he's going to go for a Flare Blitz. Again, I don't know. But if he doesn't go for extreme speed, I can go for a Poison Jab and see what happens. He didn't have Intimidate, so we'll see what happens. And this Arcanine goes down, and it wasn't even a crit. So, good game, Nappy. Thank you so much for the opportunity to have this battle versus you. I know it was a 5-0, but there was some hacks. You know, it could have been like a 3-0 or like a 1-0 or something. It could have been something closer. Could have been a more enjoyable battle. But at the end of the day, we don't have control over hacks, and that's Pokemon. You know, we can't really do anything about that. You know, when there's hacks involved, the loss always feels terrible. I know how that feels. And I apologize for that, but I do hope that in some shape or form that you had fun in this battle, and I thank you so much for the opportunity. I want to thank you guys, the viewers, my subscribers, for still staying with me and watching this battle. And I want to tell you guys, I want to let you guys know that I will be uploading 1 to 2 battles videos every week from here on out. As I try to get back into the groove of things. I can't do regular uploads because I have to move, I have to transfer schools, but there are also a ton of battles. Make sure to check out this channel. There are so many battles, really good quality battles for you guys to check out. You know, the playlists will all be in the description to the different series that I have, and I hope you guys enjoy those and definitely check those out and develop interest for BattleSpot Single if you don't have that already, and if you are, I hope you guys enjoy that. Remember, thumbs up, like this video, and share it with your peoples, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. This was Groudon Empire. Peace out.